Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And it's time for a new ship. Well, new arc, new ship, obviously. Today we will talk about the Monaveen. It's coming with the Lower Decks R2 and the first part of it. And those who know the TV series Lower Decks will know this ship and that it's kind of a royal ship. But today we have to go through a lot of stuff that's dealing with the ship because a lot of new stuff is coming to the game with this ship. It's an epic 4-star ship. That's why you need to be level 40 and have a level 40 shipyard to get that ship at all. You need 200 blueprints for it. I got the ship already, but I only got it honestly because I have to make the video on it. Otherwise, I'm not so sure I would have gotten it that early. The only problem is that because I got it immediately, because I knew from, you might have seen my introduction video on the new arc, that there would be a lot involved, that I had to get the ship immediately. So I didn't have the time to check other ways to get the blueprints. The only ones I know, I got the 6 blueprints from a mission that came with the new arc. But otherwise, I don't know that part yet. I bought the ship just for making this video for you. But as I said, it's a 4-star epic ship. You see mine is still tier 1 because I'm not buying the parts for upgrading. But it has an ability. It brings 52,000% base damage to hostiles with a Texas class DAL tech. I talked about this in my introduction video already. There are new systems, there are new enemies, and we will go through all this in this video today. But first of all, I will give you an overview of the ship and what's coming with it before we go into the hunting. So hunting will be the last part of this video. Because the ship also came with its own refinery. You see on the list on the very bottom under Forbidden Tech now is the Monaveen. And there we have a few refinery parts. We have the neural net chip exchange. There you get parts for the Monaveen. We have the active net chip exchange. There you also get parts and something new I'll show you in a second. We have the choice selection exchange where you also get those Queen's favors I meant. With Queen's favors you can do something here in this refinery. And we have an automated shipyard exchange. As I said in my introduction video, there are new solo armadas introduced with this ship, and we have a look at them as well today. And there you can exchange for gas, ore, and crystal, and that's quite nice. In my case, it's 4-star, as will be with all that get the ship in the first place when they can. From level 40 there it will be 4-star. I reckon if you're higher level and the ship is higher tier you get 5-star, but I haven't seen that yet. And these Queen's favors you can exchange for either pasteel, titanium or dilithium, and that in the end can be of some help because, for example, you get for 100 of those Queen's favors you get 600 million titanium. And for those who already have the Voyager, you know how much titanium you need for upgrading and repairing the Voyager. And so this helps not to get into the big trouble with pasteel, titanium or dilithium while you're upgrading your station. When I went through the levels, I had 2 stops already where I was really in trouble because on the one stop I was in trouble because I was lacking pasteel, and on the next one I was lacking titanium. And so this can be of some help here. You get 4.5 billion pasteel for 100 Queen's favors, and you get, no, the titanium we already did. Dilithium is what I wanted. 110 million dilithium for 100 Queen's favors. So this might get you out of some trouble. And we don't only have new refinery here. I quickly have to end some research to show you. We also have new research, and that is on starships on your research. And when you scroll beyond the Voyager, there is the research for the Monaveen. And there is some nice stuff in there. First of all, of course, increasing the base loot you gain from killing hostiles with the ship itself, but also increases the base broken explorer, battleship, interceptor, and survey parts dropped by hostiles. That's a nice one because I need a lot of those at the moment. And there are some nice armada things coming up. So you get more credits for rare armadas and epic armadas later when you do the research, and for example some other stuff, the faction points you gain, you can raise, and all of this. So this is kind of an income ship. So honestly, probably would have really fit to a Ferengi Marauder here with all it brings, but they chose to use the, what was their name, the Hyperboreans, as the race bringing a ship to do that, but it would have been a very nice Ferengi Marauder. And there's one more thing people might overlook quickly. There's also, no, that's the wrong one. There is also new field training. You see, there is Monaveen field training, and it brings nice rewards as well. You see that I already managed some since yesterday, and some of the following ones I finished already, but I'm working on the spending of the parts. I have to earn some more for doing that. So, but when I complete that one, I will have completed the next two as well, and then I will continue on the other. But that will take a bit longer because that is defeating the new hostiles. And don't overlook the field training, because some people do. I did in the first place with the Voyager, so this time I looked immediately if there was new field training. Before we get to the hostile part, which is a bit more complicated here again, I want to do... first I want to go to the new systems. You find them if you go to Fibona. That is a system in what I call dark space, because the mission that gets you there is called dark space. And from there is a warp path over via Hiltara and Hesperians. That's the name. I'm sorry, in Germany at the moment we have over 30 degrees again, and you can imagine with the lights here in my studio that I'm sweating like hell in this weather. But nevertheless, there you find the new planets. They have quite a warp range. You see, I just have been to some of them, and then you already need a warp range of 160 to get there, and my Monaveen doesn't have that warp range. But you can extend the warp range of the Monaveen with the research. I forgot that one when we were at research. So it's already at a warp range of 120 without warp range officers. And here, fortunately, those are systems that you can always look into, so you don't need to fly in to see something. I can already show you a little bit in the systems. There are these new Texas class ships, and with that hostiles that you need to fight to get those, which I forgot to tell you. Neural net ships, they are earned by destroying the Texas class hostiles, and you need them to exchange bundles in the refinery here. But they are also active net ships. You earn them by destroying Texas class revenge hostiles, and we come to that in a second. And they are shipyard credits. They are earned by defeating automated shipyard solo armadas, and you need them to exchange the gas ore and the crystal bundles that I've shown you. And you earn them, some of those ships, by destroying these Texas class. But there are two kinds of ships here. First one is this normal Texas class. But there is a little bit of, not so nice things that Scopely invented here. When you attack one of those, it is as if you attack another player. Your peace shield is gone, and when you attack one of those, you get the same message. I will show you a bit later. I'm not doing that yet while I'm just giving you a small introduction, because I need all of my ships intact for one of those solo armadas, because I want to show you that one. So I'll show you the hostile fighting part a bit later, and first the solo armada, but I want to give you a quick hint on the ships. So these are the Texas class ones that give you the normal chips, Newell chips there. And then you will sometimes see faster ships flying here. I don't see one at the moment. They would be on the way to one of the other players. Because when you enter the system, it's like when you have a bad reputation with the Klingons, Romulans, or the Federation, or if you go into augment space, you will be attacked by chasers. And if one of those chasers attacks you, you will not lose your peace shield. That's the difference. You have to, first of all, they say, said in the announcement, you have to decide if you want to be the attacker or the defender or something like that. In the end, you need both, because from these here, you only get the neural net chips. From the hostile ones, you get the active ones. So you have to kill both anyway. But when you're grinding hostiles here in this space, make sure you haven't just set up a 7-day peace shield or something, because that would be quite a waste. That would make it really difficult for you. But talking about difficult, these solo armadas are been made more difficult by this fact as well. Because, if you do an armada and your ship is attacked by a chaser while the 10-second countdown is running, this most probably kicks you with that ship out of the armada. And on a stronger solo armada, if you lose one of your ships and you're only attacking with 2, this might make you fail this armada. And that's why I suggest to send 4 ships in if you want to do one of those armadas. That's why I have prepared 4 ships on the bottom. And I'm gonna send in all 4. I just need to do a quick check how long the ships need. Okay, then I send this one first. So I'm gonna send in all 4 ships now. And I'm using one of them, first of all, as bait, trying to have it jump in first, so that this ship will be the one to be attacked by the hostile, the revenge hostiles. You see, there's the message already that I'm trespassing in the space. This message from augment space, for example. And then there will be a chaser, but in this case, hostile. Revenge hostile, and they give different rewards. So you want to be chased usually. And there you see the Texas class sentry, that's what these revenge hostiles are called, is attacking. While we are waiting for him, I'm gonna start the solo armada. It's working the same as usual. You need, in this case, the special directives for the shipyards. You can earn them in the refinery as well, with the active ones. That's the one from the revenge hostiles. And we just start it, and it works as usual with 3 ships. And there you see the red circle ship. I'll just make it more open. That's the revenge hostile. And that's why I brought the fourth ship, and it worked that the fourth ship flew in first. If it didn't work, I would just use the fourth ship to intercept those, because you can see them. But my problem is that my fourth ship is so weak that it doesn't work. I should have sent in the fourth ship into the armada and kept the Monaveen out to intercept those. Yeah, but now we have to pray that the next one will not be in time. Yeah, sometimes you think about something nice and it doesn't work. The Monaveen is really good against those armadas. I will show you the battle protocol afterwards for a second. Because they are tough. You see, they are 148 million, and you need a lot of fire to get them down. And the Monaveen has this big advantage against those hostiles and also against those armadas. And you see, just scroll in a bit, the Monaveen, my Valdor and my Katinga will attack. I did one yesterday. I'm only doing one now for you, although I would have needed the directives for an event that's coming up. But for the video, I do one for you. And there you will see the Monaveen might survive or not. It's only tier 1, so it will be hit hard, but not as hard as yesterday. I upgraded a little bit since yesterday, and it worked a lot. And there you see all 3 have survived. But the part why the Monaveen is important in this armada is to be seen in the battle log. You see, my Valdor does 260,000 damage, and the Monaveen does 6.5 million or 7 million, and also 320,000 isolytic damage. That's why the Monaveen is so strong against these armadas. I try to look for a critical one. There you have it. And with critical, I put a good crew on the Monaveen for armadas. 73 million damage. That's what the Monaveen does to the enemies in these systems. And that's why I'm using the Monaveen as one of the ships in this armada. As I said, use a decoy. My Kelvin was destroyed immediately, but then, because it worked when the Kelvin flew in first and the other ones were just a few seconds behind it, after that, this red circle guy was gone. And now I just go to another system and show you again with the Monaveen what's going on. I just jump in for a second and show you. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you the loot. I forgot that one. The automated shipyard brings you these shipyard credits, as I said, and those you can exchange against refined gas, crystal, and ore, what I've shown you there. I got 1,000 from a level 41, and there you have already seen the message that my Monaveen entered the next system. And now there should be a chaser in a second. They have a bug at the moment, by the way. Let's see if I can do that first. You've seen the sign that my peace shield will be gone if I attack them. I clicked too quickly, sorry. I will set up another short peace shield and then I'll show you again. There's the other attacker coming, but I try to show you the bug as well. If I can reach the normal Texas class first. Yes, I can. And you see, the sentry is not attacking me. But one of my Commodores, right there at the moment, this is funny enough, called it when these bugs happen, my new pet. And here we go. Look, it's following me around through the whole system now, but not attacking me because there must be some bug. So they still have to work on that one, because that thing should have attacked me right after I killed the other hostile. So I go for another. This is a normal Texas class, which brings the neural net chips, as I said. And the one following me gets you active net chips and the normal neural net chips. So when you auto level there, so as you've seen, I've just flown in my Monaveen, and you just leave it there until it's destroyed. By getting attacked by those sentries or the revenge hostiles, you get both kinds of rewards, and so with auto leveling you can do a lot. But you see, my pet is still there. Oh yeah, I have to do something else because I wanted to show you the peace shield thing. So if I click one of the Texas class or the normal ones and click attack, that's the same warning as if I'm attacking another player. So this hostile will drop my peace shield. As you can see again, as soon as I attack it, when I'm there, my peace shield will be gone. Oh, with the peace shield I made my pet go away. What a shame. I'm sorry, Tia, my pet is not following me around anymore. And I wanted to call it Scopely. Or maybe another player has killed my pet. That's also a possibility, but the next one is already coming. But you see, you have to decide if you want to blow up your peace shield. Otherwise, just put the ship into the system. I can show you one more time how to do it. I made a video on how to auto level, but I show you again. Put it right on the edge of the system, the closest part where you can fly in. You know that you can't fly in at these locations, but the closest where you can fly in, and then usually you should be able to auto level your ship. We'll be there in a second, and then we will see that the enemy is coming in as well. If the system is working properly. Or somebody just flew in a second before me, that's also possible. Sometimes it doesn't react then. But let's try again, and this time I just go to the main map. Sometimes the auto leveling works better when you are not looking right when it's coming in, because the game is a bit buggy, you know this. I like playing this game, but you know that I'm not sugarcoating about the bugs and other problems they have. We have another problem with mining at the moment. When the node is 0, the ship keeps mining and mining and mining and keeps on the bottom of the screen adding resources, but as soon as you leave the node, everything else that was above the amount of the node is gone and the node is reset. So they broke something there with the newest update. But coming back to the ship, auto leveling should be working right now. Yeah, there you see. The attack could be seen on the bottom already, and somewhere there will be a red circle coming for my Monaveen. And if I just leave it there, those sentries will attack the Monaveen until it's destroyed. At the moment, of course, it will be destroyed relatively fast, but the higher you tier it up, the higher you can do it. And there are, of course, higher Texas class enemies in the higher systems, but also higher level of those new shipyards, the automated shipyards, which are the new solo armadas. You see this one already has 289 million power, and there you have to try out which ones you can attack and which ones you can't. But overall, that was the first introduction to the Monaveen. I hope I didn't forget anything I wanted to tell you, but it's quite complicated. So the refinery, research, field training, and the way of dealing with the hostiles. And of course, the new solo armadas, but you see that I can do them, and I My Valdor and so are not very high level, and my Monaveen is still tier 1. So you will, when you are at the level where you can get it, as I said, you must be level 40 or over to get it at all. Then you will be able to do it. If you like my channel, by the way, please do subscribe to it, where I have more than 400 subscribers after those few weeks I'm doing this channel already, so I'm very happy. And you know that I'm targeting the 1,000 subscribers this year. And if you like my videos, please do like the videos as well, so give it a thumbs up. And when you subscribe, please don't forget to click the little bell as well, because then you will always get a notification, if YouTube works properly, that there's a new video out. At the moment, I try to publish one every morning. It will not always be possible, but at the moment it works. And always please leave a comment as well. If you just want to say hi, that's fine, but if you have something to add to my videos, or if you want to ask some questions or have requests for videos for the future, I'm always happy to read your comments. But please, guys, this doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. Let's keep the language on a civilized level, please. And if you want to see something else right now, perhaps the introduction of the Arc or something on cruise ships, whatever, there is another video for you right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.